my friends, my name is Rezi and I help individuals with the tools, the tips and strategies that empower them to be more resilient. I'm always excited that I get to share with you on this platform, and today we'll be talking about how to increase your productivity, how you can get more out of the time that you have, and I'll share with you 6 tips on how you can make that happen for yourself right now. Alright, if you're watching this video right now, you probably have questions about how to be more productive, how to get the best out of your time, which means that you're someone who values results and what you invest your time in. I've learned through research and careful observation that our focus, our energy, and our willpower are limited resources, and that they get depleted very quickly. And these are some of the resources that you need to be more productive, to keep being productive. So I guess the big question is, how can I conserve these resources so I can not only keep being productive, but I can increase my productivity level? Now, one of the things that makes us unproductive is interruption. I mean, all those things we did not plan for, but they got our attention. They got our time and energy. Most of them do not even add up to the results, we're trying to achieve per time. Now, this leads me to the first tip, which is, in how to increase your productivity, which is 1, take away distractions. Learn to concentrate your attention and focus. You'll agree with me that we live in an era where there's information overload and so many things are changing. Our focus has been greatly challenged in so many ways. In fact, social media has not even had the best of us in this generation, because we're constantly consuming content. You get on YouTube to watch a video, and before you know it, it's suggesting another video to you. You get on Facebook to check a message, and before you're conscious of what's happening, you're watching a targeted ad video. Or is it on Instagram when you just try to read through a post and you catch yourself like 10 minutes later that you were on a totally different page? I mean, the notifications on our phone does not even help. In fact, according to a study done in 2015 by Career Builder, it was actually discovered that smartphones, the internet, social media, and emails are the primary workplace productivity killers. The study showed that more than half of the employers surveyed said the biggest distraction at work came from employees using their cell phones, while 44% said the same about employees using the internet. Now, when we look at all of this, we see the common denominator is our cell phones. We have access to all of them, all of these things on our cell phones. Now, I know that technology has a way of helping with your productivity, in terms of getting work done faster. But in other ways, technology sometimes takes away from us. But we have to keep this, put some control on it. So my recommendation is 1, turn off the notifications on your phone or laptop or on your computer whenever you need to work, so you can have distraction-free time to get tangible work done. The second thing is, if it's in your power, turn off, or block the internet access. This will help you stay focused on one thing long enough to get meaningful results. And thirdly, remove your ability to do other things while you're trying to get work done. By that I mean, personally, if there's noise distraction, it could be a problem for me sometimes. The one that really bothers me the most is when there's clutter around. I can't seem to get meaningful work done when I have clutter around the environment. So get clutter away from your environment. Anything that can cause you to move your focus away from the goal. Remember, when your focus is a muscle, and if you train it, it becomes stronger. All right? Now, the second thing that I recommend is exercise. Honestly, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you that I go to the gym every day. No, I actually don't. But I'm intentional about getting enough movement and activity in my body to keep the brain fatigue away. So what I do sometimes is I take long walks. I skip sometimes. I could go 100 and 150, 200 sometimes. I could go that far on one take. That's important because, it helps keep away the brain fog. It will also help you think clearly, when you're trying to think through stuff. You need to somehow find ways to incorporate exercise into your daily routine, and you'll see the difference in the level of clarity you will experience when you need to think through difficult stuff. All right? Now, the third thing is sleep. If you don't get enough or good sleep, don't be surprised that your productivity has dropped. Proper sleep improves your thinking and your ability to remember things. It will also increase your creativity level, your problem-solving ability. It will reduce stress. So you can see that it's really important that you give attention to both the quality and the quantity of sleep that you get. Whenever I don't get enough sleep, or I wake up tired, or after like 8 hours of sleep, it worries me because I know the impact it has on my effectiveness. I remember when my wife and I just had a baby, and I know this is the same for a lot of people who have, had to take care of a newborn. We were sleep deprived for a while, and it's the same thing for people if you just had a baby. We're sleep deprived for a while, and I know it's usually because the baby can't sleep long hours straight at that time, and they get hungry quickly and need to be fed. The truth is, even the first few nights, I was too excited I could not even close my eyes for too long, without the thought of the baby being okay crossing my mind. It always, I had the baby on my mind the whole time, so it was difficult to disengage from all that was happening. And I know there's someone out there dealing with that right now. I'll tell you what I did. I'm not saying this is the best approach, but this was how I got by. There were days when, I got back from work and I went straight to bed for a few hours. Of course, this is something you have to negotiate with your spouse or whoever it is, if that's something you're dealing with. But I had to go to bed for a few hours. And so even if I didn't get enough sleep at night, at least I got some time to rest in the evening. On some other days, I negotiated for sleep at night while my wife took care of the baby during the day, and vice versa. We just played tag team to make it work somehow. All I'm saying is, I just said all of that to say that your sleep is important. And if you can go to bed early, drop the phones early, turn off the lights. If it works for you, put on some calm, relaxing music. And if your mind is still roaming, if you have a lot on your mind, get a pen and a journal and pen down whatever thoughts cross your mind and see how that works for you. But truth is, do everything to fight for a healthy sleeping habit, because that will impact on your level of productivity. The fourth tip is be intentional. It's so easy to get to the point of just going through the motions, and just coasting and doing just enough to get by. But for anyone who values outcome and has standards that they, measure their lives by, they're constantly measuring their level of productivity. To do that, you have to maintain a certain level of consciousness about how you're getting work done and how productive you are with your time and your energy. When you know that this habit or this activity or this way of doing work is not serving you and helping you be more productive, you will have enough intelligence to change it. So being intentional actually helps you take steps to increase your productivity, and that's why I included that as one of the tips. Now, the fifth one is create and block out time for rest. I can't overemphasize how much rest, does to your body and your level of productivity. It's important that you learn how to block out time during the day for rest. It was not until I started to experience my blood pressure go up and my stress levels were going up the roof that I started to pay close attention and learn how to take breaks in between tasks. I still struggle with it, because sometimes I move from one task to the next and to the next, and I can just keep going on and on like that without the consciousness that I'm hurting myself. In fact, my wife caught me one day, one of those days I had so much to do, and she said to me, "Can you just relax for a minute? You just finished one thing, take a break." And I thought, oh, that's true, because I know the importance of breaks in between. When you extend the amount of time you work with high intensity, it has consequences. Because after a while, you're not as sharp, as sharp as when you started. Like I said earlier, your energy, your focus, your willpower starts to drop. So it's advisable to take walks, drink some water in between, talk to someone about something not work related, take a nap if you can, and come back to work, and you'll be surprised how efficient you'll become after that. Now, the sixth one is update your skills. I mean, invest time in sharpening your cutting edge. And what that means is if it means you learning a new skill, learning something new that will be relevant to the achievement of your goals. You want to be faster. You want to be faster, you want to be better, you want to be more efficient, then you got to learn a new skill or learn something new that will add to what you're currently doing. The truth is, the automatic result of you improving and increasing your skills and competence level is that you increase the speed with which you accomplish certain tasks. You solve problems quickly and in more creative ways. Alright? Now, I hope these 6 tips have been of great value to you. Please do not forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comment section if there's anything different you're doing to stay, more productive. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. Thank you.